Good morning and welcome back to the friendly sands of Castelldefels, the beach town just north of Barcelona in Spain, for the 9th edition of Copa Tanga, brought to you live and direct and forever here on ULTI.TV. Thanks for joining us. My name, Stefan Rapazzo. I've got a wonderful new French braid today. Thank you, Aina Perez. Felix putting his face in the camera there. And we are just about underway for this game. It is a pleasure to bring the action. Bling, my favorite team, a team I have personal stake in here, taking on UFA. This is the top of the Swiss draw. This is the beginning of the big time now. A clash of the titans, if you will. Most people believe, well, I believe, I don't care about most people, but I believe that this is a preview of the final. UFA are the number 1 seeded team right now. Bling are the number 2 seeded team. And this will help shake things out before it goes into the semis. Remember, here at Copa Tanga, they ride the Swiss draw all the way to the semis. So end of today is very important to still be in that top 4. And then the reshuffle to set up semifinal matches tomorrow morning. Semifinal matches tomorrow morning. Now that is something that is going to require some intestinal fortitude for some of these teams to get through, knowing what these teams will get up to on a Sunday evening at Copa Tanga. So Bling will start on offense to receive the pull. On defense for UFA, Afonso, Temprana, Ferrero, Mas, and Bringel. And on the other side of the ball, Nia, Bonet, Cardenas, Pitcaithley, and Lawrence. Before we get our opening poll here, mixed division action is underway. Cardenas with the pull reception to Bonet. And straight back to Cardenas. The under comes in a crafty scoober to Pitcaithley. She wants the deep, but doesn't take it immediately. Lawrence comes back to the disc. Centered, Pitcaithley. Ooh, and a heck of a hand for Cardenas to keep that alive. Lawrence looks to go around. High stalk count, but fires up the line. Bonet's there, puts the foot down. And Bling do score, but UFA put up a fierce enough defense there. Made him work for that. Bonet with the goal. He just keeps proving himself with every single point he plays. How validated he is, how awesome he is on the beach. I believe the most difficult person to cover on the beach. Even on a team full of superstars like this, he's still standing out as the most difficult to blanket. Let's see how we go here. First offensive possession for UFA. Can they respond? I think it's very important that they're able to respond early in this game against an all-star team like Bling.
Like she was trying to communicate after like a mess up.
Get the sideline bant between not shabby players. They're not bad, you know, Box, Trope, Mickle. You heard of them? Have you? Yes, you have. We all have. Leshnik sends that pull, bangs into the ground. This is a tidy offensive unit for UFA. Spiegel with the disc. Spiegel wants the return. Now everybody comes down. Albadias goes too much. And it gets beyond Akramova. And a break chance early. Garvey to Kocher. Kocher bangs it, looking for Wong, but a bit too much on it. Overshoots, and UFA will get the ball back. Spiegel to Akramova. Vargas. Leshnik splashes herself on the mark. Vargas sends deep, looking for Spiegel. Spiegel gets up and down with a disc in his hand. And that's what UFA can do. 1-1. They did it dirty, but they did it right. They got the hold and level things early. As mentioned, that is very important to stay level right now.
Nah, we together. We cracking it up. We cracking it up. A lot more to crack.
Let us know where you're tuning in from, who you're cheering for, what you like, what you think. We're always happy to hear. We see you, Sara Costa, in the chat's a big Afonso fan. Has another strong line, Box, Trope, Mickle, Rosita, and Volchak. And on the other side, you get Bringel, Afonso, Mas, Perez, and Patricio. Defensive unit that's going to need to run. This team, UFA, has a history of playing against all-star teams. They lost by 1 to Margarita Mixed in the European final. And again, played them at WBUC. Trope goes over the head. Box now. Boxley plays it tight. Goes to Gomez. Rosita, now Volchak. Boxley. Eyes forward. Finds Mickle in the middle. Mickle quickly, as quick as he could turn around, had the backhand. OI released, and Volchak cashes in the goal. Nice, tidy goal for Bling. Sporting their purples for the first time on stream. I must say, I quite like them, even more than the whites. Bonnet with the disc, set to pull. The flying Frenchman went for a swim yesterday. Manuela Cardenas checking in, patrolling the sidelines here. Manu, how we doing this morning?
It's a beautiful morning over here. Nice, nice, yeah. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Right, let's go. This is a good game. Vargas with the disc. He centers to Spiegel. Spiegel eyes upfield. Vargas comes back. These two European beach stalwarts. Vargas fires high, has Afonso, and leads to Spiegel. Bonnet's dangerous, but those guys are good. They can play. Cardenas straight back out there for some high fives. Checks in and checks out, but UFA do what they can and level the score again. They are looking good. That was a beautiful bit of UFA offense. Spiegel and Vargas were a big part of it, and they're going to need to be. Not explicitly, but on that point, it was nice to establish that. See if the Bling defense has to adjust or adapt to them.
is very vertical. Like, we'll just stay on the same third. Yeah, so it's a little sneaky.
2-2.
I'll maybe force him this. Yeah. Just keep him out.
UFA set to pull. Temprana sends it. And that one's going to land outside.
He threw that.
Temprana.
Amor,
Not a puller.
organiza el marcador. Vamos dos.
Tempera on the pull.
If he's hacking, he's going to put IO all the time, and now he's pulling. Throwing out. Oh, I played.
Vargas with the friendly, constructive criticism on his teammates pulling. Leshnik from the brick mark. Sends for Kocher, comes underneath. Kocher looks back to middle, takes Leshnik again. Leshnik saw Garvey and took Lagala the other way. Leads for Robert Reeves, the beast, in the corner. Can't leave that man alone. He will burn you in the end zone. 3-2, tidy game. This is starting off very nice. The weather is beautiful, Derbs. Glad you're tuning in. It is absolute glory today. Yesterday was, I'm not going to complain about it, but it was not glorious sunshiny weather. Today is glorious sunshiny weather. And we are so happy to bring you this action. And I'm loving this game. I mean, there it is again. Look at that. The tough life we're living here in Barcelona. Oh, God, it's so difficult being here, guys. Bringing you this action. We really go through so much. We endure so much to bring you this action. Hey, guys, not enduring anything. Loving life. 2-2. I am loving this game. I think I had it circled from the beginning as what I believe will be the final. It is a great clash of styles as well as clash of athletes and matchups. I think matchups go to Bling, but style and cohesion definitely to UFA. Ines Bringel can't get around, but does center to Vargas. Leads to Spiegel. Spiegel from the corner. Leads Bringel. Spiegel again.
Good ball.
Spiegel every other touch right now. Wants a break. Gets Akramova and Spiegel again. He's a tough man to stop when he gets going. He usually stays going. Waiting. Finds the right throw to Bringel. Fires and gets Vargas. And more holds. 3-3. Heck of a start to this game. Everything is clicking on both sides. Both offenses looking very sharp. I believe it's only one turnover in the game, maybe two. And here's a look at the scoring sequence once again. Spiegel was an absolute animal on that point. Every other touch for, 7, 8 iterations of that. One player can dictate so much in beach, in 5-on-5s. You always need more than that, of course, but a great addition to UFA. Great program they've got, great style they've got. Then you drop in Spiegel, plays a similar style, knows them very well, and they get quite dangerous here. Bonet to Cardenas. Oh, and Cardenas, it slips out of the hands, and that's a turnover. Big chance for UFA. Can they get the break? Cuts are initiated. Tempada to Ferreira. Gets the around, taken high. Tempada leads to the end zone, and Mas with the goal. That's a break. And UFA with first blood here in the break department. That's a big one. A unforced simple error. Cardenas had the disc slip from her hand, and the finish was great by the Portuguese outfit. Tempara to Mas. Mas, another one from Barcelona who's added on to this team. She also was my hairdresser this morning. Did a wonderful job on the French braid. And this is exactly what UFA need against a team like Bling. They need to be able to have some cushion. Bling definitely have the potential, definitely, to bring this one back. But for UFA, that is exactly what they need. Go ahead early, lead taker. Julia Mas, as mentioned, the hairdresser, but also just an athlete who keeps getting better every year. Apparently she's got a cafe here in Barcelona, which I'm going to try and check out on Tuesday morning.
Nothing fancy.
Get fancy, Bling.
So Harper Garvey bringing the disc to the brick mark.
All right, David, let's go.
Yes, spaghetti.
He's got Leshnik, Reeves, Lagala, and Kocher to work with. Goes to Kocher immediately, and I think that's going to work. Indeed it will. Kocher's a tough man to beat in the air, especially when he's got a step, and even more so when he's got a thrower that he knows so well, like Harper Garvey, who can drop dimes into tight spaces. And a quick offensive attack there. Bling will put their defensive unit on, see if they can find that break back. They've got some time, but they're going to need one if they're going to find a way to take this game. Thanks again for joining. Make sure you hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. We are only 14 subscribers away from 28,000 subscribers. We'd love your help in this endeavor.
Yeah, boss.
Help us cross another threshold. As Jimmy Mickle sets to pull and sends deep. That is a land out, I believe. So brick pull. Spiegel bringing the disc in. And checks in. Afonso. Goes back to Vargas. Now Spiegel. Sights the deep shot, but does not put it. Goes to Akramova. Now Vargas and Spiegel. Spiegel fires. Vargas the target, and a little bit too much on it. And a break chance exists for Bling now. Mickle will take his time going to the disc. And the rest will get stacked up on the far side with Trope isolated. Bo Kittredge staying under as a handle assist. And the throw too far. The break chance squandered on the first throw. And Mickle misses Bo, wanted Trope as well. But that throw can't go. And now Spiegel will pick up with a short field and a static set. Vargas fakes the around, can't get there. Spiegel. Spiegel to Filipa Vargas. And Akramova. Fires and hits Spiegel. And they hold again. A great bit of resilience. They capitalize on the Bling error and ensure no break against as they find the dirty hold. As you see Sebastian Spiegel there, the German sensation, World Games last iteration, and beach phenom, one of the organizers of CFC, and just a class act of a human. Ines Bringel set to pull. And here's the pull, inside out backhand. Nice looking shape. Bonet goes deep and hits Cardenas. Valeria sends deep. It's Volchak and Bringel. Volchak has the perfect read, but how about that throw? Good defense by Ines Bringel. The separation was never huge. You really got to back yourself as a thrower to throw that deep into small separation. And, well, let's be honest, she's one of the best throwers in the world. She backs herself, and should she ever. Valeria Cardenas, backhand dime. It's like that's all she ever does is drop them. Tie game again. 5-5. UFA with the advantage, break in their pocket. A little bit of a crowd forming here from the tent, watching this one. The preview to the final, as most believe, but hey, let's not count them others out. Spiegel on the pickup. Fakes and goes outside. Garvey. Boo. That was an excellent interception and continuation. The speed at which it was back into play, I loved so much. Harper Garvey gets that one. Now Kocher tries to isolate Leshnik. Great throw by Kocher. Leshnik waiting for something to open up. Right on the doorstep, and there's an accepted foul on the mark. Looking for the break back, and Leshnik goes the hammer. Casual as can be, puts a perfect hammer out to Kocher, alone at the back of the end zone. And there is your break back. Bling do get it back, and they are in the driver's seat once again. Harper Garvey with the D and distribute all in one. That was awesome. There it is again. He had already thrown the pass and got 15 meters of separation before the layout got off the ground. And there's Leshnik with a dime of a hammer landing right on Kocher. And that is the break back to go up by 1-6-5.
What a snipe. Oh, so good. I love it.
Make sure you're all hitting that like button as we zoom in on the poll. Jimmy Mickle sends, and Afonso goes to Spiegel. Spiegel, Bringel. Bringel. Akramova to Spiegel. Spiegel fires. Vargas can't get there.
Yes,
The bid was excellent. It was exceptionally close, but it did not hit. And Bling will get a break chance as such. If Bling are to get this break, and I'm UFA, I'm taking a timeout. I think if I'm UFA, first of all, I'm fighting tooth and nail to prevent it. Trope. Back to Mickle. Mickle winds up, fires. Trope the target, but the throw a little bit outside. Also well defended again by Bringel. Disc is in. Afonso. Bringel had a big cut, but the disc went the other way to Spiegel. Back to Afonso. Leads for Spiegel. Spiegel looks up. Bringel is gone. That throw is a perler and lands right in the hands of Ines Bringel. Another sensational throw by Sebastian Spiegel. Levels things up here, 6 apiece, but there's a call on the field. Touchdown, no call, there's no call. It's a goal. 6-6. A chance to break, but here's the throw that ended up scoring. Trope on the chase and Bringel with a bit too much space. And UFA are showing their legitimate worth here. Responding always, dictating for parts of the game, not going away, that is for damn sure. Set to pull, Ferreira. Now Spiegel set to pull.
Nice pull.
Great looking pull, big shape, big hang time, and lands in the end zone for Bonet to Kocher to Volchak. Hit Keithley with some hard chopping steps. Get some separation to come under. Now Lawrence. Lawrence eyes interior. Leads for Volchak and misses. And UFA with another break chance. Spiegel will pick up, Bringel takes the dump space. On the pickup, deep cut goes early. Ferreira was poached. Back to Bringel.
Middle now.
Tempara. Fires deep. There's some help there. Everybody up and good sandwiching, no fouling. But a tough prospect for Spiegel to catch between Kocher and Bonet. Volchak comes under. Bonet was about to go deep, but comes back. Kocher gets the dish near sideline. Kocher waits, but Keithley gives the centering pass. Now Kocher again. Kocher leads to Lisa P. Big grab and sends deep. Bonet all day. Keithley keeps the possession alive and then sends up a moonshot that only Bonet is going to play. LP, though, owns that point. Seven, 6, that's a lead taker. There's no look at the goal. And here's the big Keithley layer. Good gracious. That was good. And to stand up and just put one down like that, it's exactly what you want from yourself. Lisa P taking her game to another level this morning.
Caffeine pills hitting. Caffeine pills hitting.
She's been consuming well. Everything is high performance related only.
Really nice of her to do it just in front of the camera as well.
It was very nice of her to do it right in front of our cameras. That's going to give her great potential to be clipped into a highlight. I'll tell you that right now. Roar Leshnik sends the pull. And that one lands in front of Vargas. To Spiegel, Akramova. Albardias back to Spiegel. Inside Akramova. Vargas low, but is it picked up? It is not. And that is unlucky for UFA. So close, hits the dirt just in front. Vargas turned and threw immediately. Albardias did everything she could. Garvey now shoots for Lagala and hits on the doorstep immediately. Wong, the first one in. And now come the reinforcements, but through Garvey's hands. And I'm not sure if there's a foul there. They're having a discussion. It was dropped, and then he got hit in the face is the reality of it. Maybe we'll get one more look. Here it is again.
Nice, Harp.
Yeah, I do think that that is the correct resolution. Unlucky to get the chop to the face, but that was incidental. Low throw again, just a bit too low from Vargas. And Garvey's got the disc. Garvey fires to Lagala. Lagala thought about the hammer, then goes to Leshnik. Leshnik leads, and Lagala and Leshnik finish the job between them. And walk one in to start the second half. It's the first 2-point separation of the game. 8-6 now. UFA are going to need a couple breaks here to be able to take that one after that. What is it I should be reminding you of in between points? Well, go hit that like button. It's so easy to do. And subscribe. We are 14 subscribers away when we started this game from 28,000 subscribers. You can help us. Mia, Kacha, a good laugh there with Rocky Beach. Cardenas set to pull. And that pull going out of bounds, so UFA will bring it in at the brick mark. Glad to see all the UFA fans in the crowd, in the chats. Let us know what you think now. Down 2 points. Does UFA have it in them? Can they claw back into this? Also, where are you watching from? Ultimate Frisbee Algarve, represented here in Castelldefels.
Here we go, box.
Spiegel to Afonso.
Not looking, not looking. Look. Nope, not looking. Upfield, box.
Now Akramova.
Upfield.
Bringel.
Swinging, middle, box.
Akramova.
Around. Good, bro.
Afonso. Travel called. A return back to Afonso.
Could go offline, but
Afonso leads Akramova. Lefty backhand wobbles, and Trope falls into Perez and gets the D. Perez might have something to say about this. There was some contact. Here it is again. I think she will. I think it is a foul. It's a tough one. But Trope was falling in before she kind of launched upwardly. Let's see how it resolves itself. Not a great throw, I'll tell you that. Akramova went the offhand backhand and it wobbled and floated. It gave Trope a chance at that. Whether a foul was committed on that chance or not is what they're working out. Here it is one more time. Yeah, again, I think I like the effort by both players. I see what Trope was trying to achieve, but I do think that Perez is in a good place to call the foul. Trope contests. I don't mind that either. I don't think it was malicious or a super evident foul, but it was a foul. But contested, it goes back to Akramova. She's trying to dictate with the offhand, and we got a pick early in the reset. Akramova goes around, it's low, and it's in the dirt. Cardenas goes back to Kittredge, back to Cardenas, now Trope. Claire Trope goes to Bo Kittredge. Now Valeria Cardenas. She winds up the forehand, sends, looking for Trope, and Trope indeed plays catch up to the silky smooth Cardenas forehand, and seeing Trope put on the afterburners to pass Akramova is even more impressive with Claire Trope, who's impressed me for the last week and a half now. Much more than that, but up close and personally for the week and a half, and seeing her play from behind and pass Akramova there, that is speed. So everything you credit Trope for, all of her prowess and strength and toughness, and, you know, her range of throws and her leaping ability and everything. Now you kind of forget about the speed sometimes. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with more action after this.
Brothers, my brothers all the way up there.
Yeah.
They're all in college now. If I go on that side,
Yeah?
here, I'm gonna come and celebrate to the camera for a score.
And back in play, 9-6. Bling are now stretching ahead, getting the bounces to go their way in the last frame. There's the pole, and it's a great pole, but even better roll right to the back. Spiegel will start at the front center of his end zone. Afonso waits for the up line, then goes back to Vargas. To Pedro Vargas. Now Spiegel. Spiegel waits for Vargas. And back to Spiegel. Alvaro Diaz runs hard with Pit Caithley trying to find a way around. And UFA continue to materialize completions. They're now at the midfield mark. Spiegel's on his way. Vargas is careful, noting his Bonet on defense. Afonso does now take Vargas alone in the dump space. Pedro. Vargas. Oh, crosses the field. And that one had too much shape on it, and he misses Sebastian Spiegel. And Bling, another chance, are looking dangerous now. Harper Garvey on the pickup. Bonet goes to Lawrence. Lawrence fires, looking for Pit Caithley. Alvaro Diaz on the chase. And Pit Caithley gets that hand up, uses the big frame, and takes one down. 10-6 now. Bling really stretching the lead. Harper Garvey with the disc, set to pull. I get the wonderful company of Valeria Cardenas. Having fun?
Yeah, really fun. Qué torneo tan bacano.
Sí, así, claro que sí. Here with Vale with. Hola. And they're back to game on there. Bling have been super strong in the last 3-4. They've got the breaks that have been tough. I think UFA started this game really opening the eyes of Bling. And in the last 4, they're getting their breaks now. Let's see if UFA can get back on the board. The legendary Ines Bringel brings it to the mark. Akramova. High. Ooh, Beast almost had a snack there, but goes back to Bringel.
Inside. Around. Stay around.
Bringel goes. Akramova holds her line against Lagalla. Akramova back. Bringel. He goes to Ferreira. And Ferreira trying to find the lane. Big mark on him. And that hurts. Kocher picks up, and the big hair has gone deep. But he's got 2 on. That leaves 1 wide open. And Reeves comes back and collects. Reeves sends Lagalla with the goal, and Bling get another one on the board. 11-6. The second half has been slippery as Bling start stretching away.
Good morning. Oh, Beast getting fired up, boy.
How you, Coach?
Nice defense, bro. Great defense. Fuck yeah, Harp. Don't let him touch it. That was sick.
So Bling with 5 in a row now.
Let's go. We're crushing. Keep rolling.
Claire Trope set to pull.
You see her separation?
I was thinking, I was like, dude, she's gotta be good.
11-6, Claire Trope. Of course, all this made possible because of the wonderful support and alignment of Lightspeed venture partners, startups out there. If you have dreams of excellence, go check out lsvp.com. UFA. Really need one here. They need to stem the flow. There's Peter Nia. And here's the pole. Julia Mas to Sebastian Spiegel. And sends deep right away, Mas, and it's Trope again, who shows incredible speed and gets beyond Mas. Trope goes to Mickle. Mickle sees Box. Box was gone. That would have been a nice contest, I think. Mickle to Wong. Wong looks for Rosita, but the throw not perfect, and a chance for UFA.
Yes, Jim. Not looking Jimmy. No. First shot, Jimmy. First shot. Oh, wow.
Nice bid by Julia Mas to keep it alive. Assurance bid. And Spiegel's got to really dance with Boxley on him. Vargas to Akramova. Claire Trope hunting. Box hunting. Spiegel does get the completion. Akramova. Now Vargas. To Vargas, Pedro. Leading throw, and Trope steps in the way. And Boxley is gassed, and they take the timeouts. After that one, Boxley was not ready to go on out and said take the timeout, but that was hard D. Vargas has had a tough one, threw into a couple turns again there. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back after this timeout.
Oh my goodness. That is unbelievable. And created the tip and made for it.
That was absolutely incredible.
Here we go.
This year, London Invite is bigger than ever, with 8 teams in the Open Division, 8 teams in the Women's Division, and for the first time, a full 8-team Mixed Division.
With 5 World Games teams, USA, Canada, Australia, Germany, France.
As well as the Tokai Super Team, is sure to be the ultimate showcase of the best in the world.
More teams, more streams, more stars, more ultimate.
More excitement.
You're not going to want to miss London Invite 2025.
I'm Steph Pazzo, and I must eat.
Sometimes commentator, sometimes food eater.
On my ultimate travels in 2023, I sampled culinary classics from all across Europe.
Oh, wow.
Guided by some of your favorite ultimate players.
That's the Dutch hospitality for you right there.
I'll give you an insight into the secret spots that only the locals know of.
Are these the best schnitzels in Vienna?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
Go find Steph Pazzo on YouTube. Like and subscribe and follow the European Ultimate Must Eat series. Well, doesn't that sound like a good idea? Subscribing to that YouTube channel. If you haven't done that, go on. Do the right thing. For now, it's Bling that have been getting away with doing the right thing in the second half. And it is Rosita who will start the possession off with the disc. Straight dump to Trope. Trope to Mickle. Mickle and Trope exchange. And again, Jimmy fires Boxley and Spiegel. Boxley gets out of the tangle up, and an absolute gem of a forehand from one of the greatest forehand throwers of all time, Jimmy Mickle. Christian Boxley on the chase. It was great defense with Spiegel, but as they crossed the tape, Boxley got a step to separate from the jostling and put himself in great position to run under the Mickle laser. Here it is again. Jimmy sends that laser. They were running step for step, and just at the last minute, Box had enough of a shift in direction, kind of bounced off the contact a little bit, and turned that into the 12th goal. So Bling are on game point here. Patricio to Bringel. Bringel to Perez. Perez, Albardias. And that one is sent to Patricio, the hope, but the throw not quite on. Nia on the defense there.
Nice and spread here, Purple. Nice and spread.
Bonet starts the possession to Volchak. Bit on the hip from Bringel. Bonet fires and sends. Pit Caithley, can she get there? Not quite. A little bit too much on it. I think Pit Caithley checked both shoulders before she could run the perfect line, and this one will go back to UFA.
Here we go, Cardenas.
Bringel bringing the disc back into play. High stall count, big bid on the mark. Sends deep, Perez, Bonet cleans it up, foul called. There was Patricio, Perez, Pete Caithley, and Bonet all in the same spot. Patricio will start with the disc. Dump back quickly, Ferreira sent for the goal, and Perez collects. Boy, did they need that one, extending the game 7-12. They live to see another pull.
Nice layout. Let's see.
So UFA trying to calibrate their best defensive line out here, see if they can extend it one more, prevent Bling from winning this one. But they are on the ropes right now. Afonso sends the pull. Kocher goes to chase at the back of the end zone and lets it land out of bounds.
I didn't think they had time to call it. It was already. That's
It was pursuit.
Point cap. Game of 13. Yeah, both. It's 50 minutes, right? We have hit the 50-minute mark, so it is point cap no matter what. And disc is in. Sent deep. Leshnik, the target. There's some company coming, and good help defense. Leshnik almost had a splash for a second effort, but Tempata got in front, helped out, and UFA will have another chance, extend the game further. Picked up by Afonso. Led to Ferreira. Quickly to Perez. Far sideline. And Perez sends, looking for Ferreira. He's there, beautiful throw. And one more point of extension for UFA. They are not going down like that. They will go down swinging. 2 in a row now for UFA. And the pole sent. Kittredge collects and goes to Mickle. Trope comes under. Calling instructions to Bo. Bo again goes to Box. Now Trope. Trope leads, looking for Boxley, and he does win the race. Catches through traffic, and Bling take the game 13-8. Great showing by UFA, certainly in the first half. A couple unforced errors and consistent pressure by Bling, and they got the separation they were after for the second half. We will see how things shake out now. Most certainly, we'll see Bling in the #1 spot on the rankings as we go forward. Up next, Sexxxpensive taking on Solaris Open. Make sure you don't go anywhere and you stay locked on to ULTI.TV all day long. For Felix Shardlow on the camera, I've been Stefan Rapazzo. Thanks for joining us. I'll catch you next time.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, ultimate.
ULTI.TV.